Hey everyone, it's Acacia. It's about 3 to 10 right now, and I have a job interview at 10:15. Well, not really a job interview, it's a phone interview for the Disney College program. I'm kinda, for lack of a better word, I'm pretty nervous-sighted, quoting Pinkie Pie. So I've seen a bunch of videos on YouTube where people have posted videos of their phone interview. So I thought I'd do that. I figure it'll help me sound a little more excited for the actual thing. I would show you guys video footage, however, this new laptop I have does not have a webcam, so you guys will have to do with like a picture or something. Right now it's just kind of recording my desktop. Thanks, Camtasia. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. I'm pretty excited though. Especially because I had a friend apply for the same program with me and she did not make it to get a phone interview. That was my phone making noises. I have the ringer on for once. Yeah, no, my heart is definitely pounding. I'm feeling some adrenaline. According to their scheduling thing, they said that the interview could call you anywhere from 15 minutes before to 15 minutes after your scheduled time. For those of you a little bit curious about the process, I'm just talking so I don't just start freaking out. I applied on Monday, which was February 29th, a little bit late in the application process actually. So I did my application. The application was basically, put in your school information, your work information, volunteer work, stuff like that. And then I got sent an email for a web-based interview, quote unquote, which was basically a survey thing. It asked you different questions, and do you strongly agree with this? Is this something you want to do? Etc. Things like that. And then I got an email saying that based on those responses, that they wanted me to schedule an interview. And this was Monday night, the earliest that I could have scheduled the phone interview just because of my schedule. That wasn't my phone, right? Okay. What the fuck? Okay, that is something else. Jane messaged me. Again, a little nervous. I've got a lot of butterflies in my stomach, and which makes me a little bit nervous because my stomach was already hating me this morning because I had ramen and cookies last night, which I shouldn't probably have two things that make my stomach feel bad. Well, yeah, I'm just killing time. If it's much more, I'm just gonna pause the recording and come back to it when I get the call, or maybe cut something out. I don't know. But yeah, so I scheduled the phone interview, and I've been like hyped up all week. What I've got in front of me, I'm sitting in front of my laptop, I've got my phone. I'm wearing my yoga pants and my Little Mermaid t-shirt because, I ended up looking up a lot of blog posts and YouTube videos for advice and whatnot. And something that they said was wear something comfortable that makes you feel good. And honestly, these yoga pants, they make me feel pretty sexy and they're comfortable. And then I've got my Little Mermaid t-shirt because Ariel is best Disney princess, in my opinion. I really love Ariel. So yeah. But I know that there's people that don't even make it through to the phone interview. Actually, my roommate, who, if you guys watch Squish Couch, Jane, I had her apply the same time as me, and she did the web interview last night and didn't get to make a phone interview, which makes me sad because I really wanted to do it with her since she's like my best friend right now. So yeah. Other things to talk about. I don't know. I'm really nervous-sighted. I'm honestly, being able to have this opportunity and getting this far has really improved my mood. For the past month or so, I've been kind of mopey, just lacking a lot of confidence and stressed out, and there's just a lot of things going on, which is a big reason why I haven't been recording that and dealing with getting a new laptop or whatever, I still don't have all of my stuff on this computer. I now have my recording program and whatever, but I don't have all of my games on here yet that I was doing, so that's why it's taking a little longer. But I've been really upset, and doing this getting this far in this application process has really, really improved my mood. Like, this past week, I've been the happiest that I've been in months. You know, I've been really happy and excited, and, you know, it's making my friends really happy because, again, they've seen me be all mopey. This is just kind of turning into a vlog until I get this call. Yeah. I don't know. It's been interesting. I had a job and then I quit the job because the people working it were not working well with me. It was a tutoring thing. And then I've had to deal with school, and I'm running into some financial issues, which should hopefully be turning themselves around pretty soon. I'm hoping. No, I'm doing more than just hoping. I'm applying for jobs and whatever, you know. My goal is to do one job-related thing every day. I figure if I do one job-related thing each day, I will get something eventually. And somebody's playing Splinter Cell. Stupid Steam. You guys aren't going to probably be seeing this. I'm not going to leave this as my desktop, so I'll probably just, like, I don't know, put up some generic photos or something. Or I will put my desktop because I'm lazy. I don't know. There's not going to be any music for the background, at least when I actually get the call. I'm not going to put it on speakerphone. I know you're playing Splinter Cell. I'm not going to put the phone on speakerphone just because it might be harder for me to deal with. Oh, I've got to pull the next day off of my stupid calendar. I've got one of those desk paper calendar things where you pull off each day. One of my coworkers got me this. It's got like a lot of inspirational quotes on it. So the one for today is, "When in doubt, wear red." Okay, Bill Bloss. I've got some red on. Ariel's hair is red on this shirt, but it's mostly blue. Yeah. So if you're planning on doing the Disney College program, you know, I do recommend, you know, yeah, do watch some interviews if you think that'll help you feel better, but honestly, like, just make sure you do your research, you know. What's the Disney look? You know, can you conform to that, you know? What are the different roles you could get? Stuff like that. I have some notes, actually. That's my to-do list, and that's for the spring. I've got this little memo pad that I've been writing a lot of things on here. Let me tear out these pages. I've got 3 little things of notes. I mean, they're memo pad they're memo pad sized, and you guys aren't going to be able to see this because, again, don't have a webcam. So for those of you who don't know, I broke my previous laptop. I was at Dariel's place, and he was watching WWE, and we ordered pizza, and we were leaving, and I dropped the laptop, and the screen is now completely messed up. The way I do kind of use that laptop as a DVD player now because I just kind of been leaving it in the living room, and it works if I have a different monitor, which right now is the TV. But the other reason for that is because this new laptop that I got, which is this Dell thing, does not actually have an HDMI port, which made me really sad because I use that function a lot. And it doesn't have a webcam, which is a little disappointing. But this one seems definitely more sturdy. But yeah, so I've got a lot of, I've got a lot of, like, some notes here, you know, just because, and I'm not necessarily going to be looking at them during the interview, but it helps me remember things if I write them down. So there's stuff that I know that people got asked a lot, like, why do you want to work, you know, why do you want to do the DCP? And, you know, a big reason for that is because I've never had a bad experience with a cast member, and I feel like I'd fit in. You know, what does Disney mean to you? To me, it means there's a certain attention to detail. why would I be a good candidate? And my laptop's being done. I hope that didn't fuck up the recording. Yeah, no. I've gone on 10 minutes just talking. Probably going to cut some of this out. Why would I be a good candidate? I know the parks really well, which would make me really helpful for guests. And, my friends have told me lately that I'm motherly, and which makes people happy. I don't know. Something I saw a bunch of people got asked was, describe a situation you had to deal with a difficult person. And I've got a pretty funny story for that. When I was in basic training, and we had to do this obstacle course, there was this rope thing we had to do where we had to hang upside down on the rope and crawl down, and I had fallen off of it twice just because my hands got tired. And drill sergeant, whatever, I don't remember his last name. I think it was Freeman. I don't remember though. Anyway, the drill sergeant was telling me, he was like, "You suck, Weber, blah, blah, blah." And when I got back up to the thing the third time, I just kind of wrapped my arms and legs around it, not doing it exactly the proper way, but I made it all the way down, Rather than just grabbing onto the rope with my hands, I wrapped my arms around it. And I even remember when I got up there, one of the drill sergeants was like, "No, I think she's going to make it this time, do you see the way she's acting?" And I did. I made it down, not exactly the right way, but I made it down. And when I got back down, I was like, "I don't suck, drill sergeant." And so I guess, what I learned from that experience was that, you don't necessarily have to do things the way other people do them so long as they get done. And you gotta have faith in yourself. Something that I've been seeing a lot of people get asked, which I guess is new to this interview process, is which role would you be most qualified for and why? And so I think I'd be most qualified for entertainment costuming, because of my music experience and acting experience and experience with cosplay. And then the other one would be attractions, just because I'm used to repetitive tasks, being in the military. And, I'm pretty good at, I used to do acting, so I'd be able to remember the spiels. I think that's how you say that word. I don't know. Should probably look that up. I'm going to do that right now. Let's see. SP. Yeah, I think that's how you spell it. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn on my computer for a second. Spiel, okay. Yeah. Oh, because it is spelled like Spielberg. Okay. That makes sense. I'm so professional. Oh, man. So just a lot of things like that. From what I understand, the interview can last between 10 to 30 minutes. Some people are like, "Oh, I had a really quick audition interview," and some people had 20-minute things. Okay. Well, that's probably enough of just me talking, and I'm probably gonna cut some of that out because 13 minutes of me talking before the interview probably isn't necessary. But it's helping me out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this recording, and you will hear me again when my phone starts ringing. There's my ringtone. Hi, Acacia speaking. I'm doing great, Michelle. How are you? Acacia? Thanks. Yeah, great time. Sounds good. That's correct. Yeah, San Bernardino, yeah. I am not. Yeah, there was a small concern that I have. So I currently am in the 40th Infantry Division band with the National Guard. So a lot of those times I end up working military holidays. So like for the coming program, we'd have stuff like Memorial Day coming up, which is stuff that I could get out of if I needed to. But I just wanted to make that known to you guys.
Okay, now are you part of the military?
Yes.
Okay, so is it a requirement? Is it something that you're required to participate in?
I can get my orders to you about that, and they're pretty flexible about like if you guys needed me for a particular day. They're pretty flexible about that. There's people that are band directors in that time. I just would have to make it up later, but yeah.
Usually when it comes to the military and your obligation there, the company will definitely work with you in your schedule. So if an offer is made to you, what I would definitely make sure of is if you have any definite dates already scheduled and you know that you have to be departed, just give them that information out of my
Yeah, no, I like to get the information to people as soon as I know what the dates are.
Absolutely. I mean, completely understand that you don't always have that, readily available. So like as soon as you have it, it's always going to be better.
Okay.
Great. Any other questions about then the being fully available to work? Or is that just
That was the only concern. I mean, if I had to work Christmas or something, I'd be fine with that.
okay? Great, great. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the Disney look and appearance guidelines. So were you able to review the Disney look and appearance guidelines on the website?
Yeah, I took a look at it on the website, and honestly, it's very similar to military standards, so it's nothing I have a problem with.
But we do notate though, do you have any type of tattoo, piercing, body modification, anything visible outside of a one-piece bathing suit, anything of that nature?
I don't have any tattoos. My hair is its normal color. I do have one piercing in each ear, just like on my earlobe.
Just traditional ear piercing?
Yeah, the sort of thing you get when you're 8.
What about, some of the roles you expressed interest in, they ask you to operate company vehicles. So do you currently have a valid U.S. driver's license?
Yeah, I've got a California driver's license.
Now, you did select the local program for Disneyland, so you would be providing your own housing, is that correct?
Yeah.
So that program does start in May or June and ends in January. You're okay with that time frame?
I saw that there were two options. One was starting in May and the other one was starting in August. I'd be fine.
That starts in August, actually, to utilize the housing in California, not to provide your own.
Okay, I got that backwards then. I was more interested in the August program just because in July we end up having a lot of military stuff with the 4th of July and everything. So could I make that my first choice instead?
You can, but then you definitely have to utilize the housing, so you wouldn't be able to provide your own.
And that would be fine.
Okay, so you're now, would you keep a car with you at Disneyland?
I do have my own vehicle. And I would like to have it there, so.
Have you done independent living before?
Yeah, I've dormed at my college for the past few years.
Okay. So, at Disneyland, we do have apartment style living. Now, just so you're aware, we do share bedrooms, and you could have one roommate, maybe up to 4 or 5, depending upon the size of the apartment. Um, our students come from all over the United States. We also have international students that you may be living with. So, do you think that you would face any, challenges with those different living arrangements?
Honestly, not really. I mean, right now I'm in a situation where I've got two different foreign exchange roommates, and it makes it kind of fun, actually.
So, there. Great. Tell me why you want to participate on our program. What are you seeing unique about this experience?
Yeah, okay, so other than this sort of thing looking awesome on a resume, since the Disney company is really well renowned, every time that I've gone to a Disney store or Disneyland, I've always had really positive experiences with the cast members. I've never had any negative things, and usually they're really nice to me. And so seeing that kind of environment, I think I'd really fit in there. I'd really fit in with that kind of atmosphere, I think. And another thing is that as far as my career goals, I'm I'm studying music at Cal State San Bernardino right now. And so I would love to see a lot of the behind the scenes of the entertainment sort of side of things. And, you know, as far as ulterior motives go, maybe meet some of the musicians and network. And yeah, and, you know, I know the Disneyland park pretty well. So I feel like I would be able to help guests in a very effective manner. You know, my friends and I took a trip recently, and I kind of became the unofficial tour guide of the group. So, yeah.
Now, I was kind of looking at your different work experience. It does look very much, music-based, playing in different bands and ensembles here. Any other work experience that you could share with me, whether it was unpaid, or volunteer experience?
Yeah, okay. So recently I did some tutoring for a 6-year-old that was volunteer experience. Actually, no, it was paid. Sorry, got it mixed up. I did that, and that went really well, but I ended up having to leave that because the company was not communicating with me very effectively. I know that there wouldn't be necessarily problems with that if I worked for you guys. But yeah, so there was that, and that went really well. The kid really liked me, and I still talk with her now. I've also volunteered at my local middle school in Lake Elsinore at Terracotta Middle School, helping out their band program and showing stuff off of that nature. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, obviously, as a teen, looking at the different roles that you could express interest in, and there's a variety of different work environments. Sometimes you are around such kids, maybe thousands of kids at one time. Do you think that you would have done well in that fast-paced work environment?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've done parades and stuff where I'm in front of a lot of different people, and I've been told that without trying, I have a very clear voice. Like it projects, so I'd be able to talk to people all right.
Okay, so you feel pretty comfortable with public speaking if you were asked maybe to speak at a microphone, memorize a script in some of these different roles?
Oh yeah, actually when I was in high school, I did a couple of musicals, so.
Okay, great. What about if you maybe are focused on the task, and you are dealing with maybe some interactions that are interrupting you and you can't stay your focus? How do you handle that?
So you'd be saying like if I was doing something and a guest asked me a question, is that what you're talking about? Um, yeah. So I would, as far as whatever was being interrupted, whatever task I was doing, I'd probably stop doing that and assist the guest with their needs first, and then go back to my task.
Many times our roles keep us outdoors all day long. You could be standing, walking around a lot during your shift. You may be lifting heavy things if necessary. So, how do you feel about primarily staying in an outdoor environment all day?
Well, I mean, I live in California, so it's not a big deal.
Very good. Hear that? Definitely good to watch, especially California. All right, talk to me a little bit more about when you're working. Do you find that you work better in a team-based environment, or do you enjoy, working more individual tasks and working back together as a team? Do you have any favorite?
um, I'm pretty flexible as far as that goes. Though if I had to choose between the two, I would say that doing the teamwork is oftentimes more beneficial, just because we can help keep each other motivated and figure out different ways to do things. Some people have different ways of doing things than others, so it's interesting to be able to talk to people and figure out what's the most efficient way to do something, and it gets me to interact more with my coworkers. So definitely team stuff.
All right, so let's kind of talk to you about some of your different interests that you have here and that you have rated. Now, first, I want you to be mindful that if you rated something low, moderate, or high on your interest list, we will definitely consider you for the role, even if we don't specifically talk about it today, okay?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. So, first, I do want to ask you about being a lifeguard because you do obviously have a little bit more responsibility here, ensuring the safety of our guests at some of our great resorts. Do you find that you are as strong of a swimmer that you would pass the lifeguard certification? Some of the first things that you would do, and that's just treading water, doing laps in the pool, retrieving emergence out of the pool. Do you feel pretty comfortable with those different activities?
Um, yeah, I mean, I would definitely probably do some more practice in it before I would go to your program, but yeah, I mean, I'm one of the better swimmers out of my friends, so.
Okay.
Um, Aside from things like cuts and bruises, no.
Okay. How do you think that you would remain calm if there was an urgent situation? Maybe not just in lifeguard. Maybe if you're working in a traction and it goes down, you have to evacuate. How do you remain calm in these kind of situations?
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, I've looked up stuff and it says that for the program, you guys train us 2 to 4 days ahead of time. So just remembering my training, knowing what I'm doing, and just getting that in my head, and then I can stay calm and do whatever I need to do.
Okay. Now, you also have an interest here in the transportation and parking area. Now, in this role, you're greeting guests coming into the parking lot. You could be doing transactions, of them coming in. You could be assisting guests getting into the tram, maybe learning how to drive the tram, or even speak on a microphone in the back of the tram. Do you feel comfortable with those different responsibilities?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, learning how to drive the tram and talking on the microphone, that sounds really fun to me. And, and then like doing the parking stuff. I mean, I've driven into the parks multiple times and I've seen how they do it, and it seems pretty straightforward to me. And just be like, okay, you guys park here, or hey, welcome to the park. How you doing? I'd be like, totally comfortable with that.
Okay. Now, of course, it seems straightforward to you, but not always to some of our guests. And you do have to enforce the rules sometimes, especially when they're trying to walk through the parking lot and we're trying to ensure the safety. And so you have to enforce those rules, and you do this in a lot of different roles. So how would you do that? How would you kind of take a stand with our guests and letting them know that they can't maybe do something?
Honestly, just speak to them in a really calm manner. Let them know that it's for their safety, and just do my best to direct them where they need to be.
A very different role that you have an interest in, entertainment costuming and costuming. Can you tell me what type of experience you have working in this area?
Yeah, okay, so like I mentioned earlier, when I was in middle school, I did some musicals, and even recently at college, last year, I performed flute for the musical Once on This Island. So I've seen a lot of that costume stuff firsthand. And then also, costuming is a hobby of mine, actually. My grandma helps me make costumes for things. So I've done basic costume repair on my costumes, and I understand like how to take care of that sort of thing. And yeah.
Okay, so fixing costumes in a quick manner, maybe helping performers in various undress, you feel pretty comfortable with that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, from costuming, you do a lot of laundry. You do a lot of putting away and folding and making sure that everything is there for your fellow cast members and what they need. So, do you feel comfortable working more in a backstage or area and your guests or your fellow cast members?
Oh yeah, actually, that would be really cool to be behind the stage of everything. And I mean, there would be different procedures, but I already do my own laundry every week, so.
Okay. Now, you did also put interest, in like the quick service restaurants, food prep. What would interest you about working, in the food industry?
Learning different recipes, honestly, learning different ways to make things, and just being able to help people out with whatever kind of food I end up making. Food is important.
Okay. Now, in roles of attraction, the park reader role, you really have an increased amount of time with the guests, and sometimes, we also do have difficult situations and maybe they're not very happy. Maybe the attraction's down all day and they're, getting kind of frustrated. How would you handle that?
Well, honestly, I would let them know if it was a temporary or permanent shutdown for the day, certainly. Let them know, oh, hey, yeah, it's just closed for right now. If you come back later, it should be open. And then possibly recommend a different attraction to them. So, like, if Indiana Jones was broken down, per se, I would say, yeah, it's closed down temporarily right now. I would maybe come back a little later and, hey, maybe you guys would like the Jungle Cruise. Something like that.
Okay. Now, what if, you're working an attraction that has a height restriction and then, a child comes up to you and they don't make the height restriction? How would you handle that?
Well, I'd kneel down to the kid and be like, yeah, hey, it's kind of a safety thing. We can't, we don't want you to fly off or something, but what's even more fun? And I'd recommend something else to them. Like, I saw an example about Space Mountain and talking about that. It's like, hey, you know what? Yeah, we can't have you flying off into space, but what might be even more fun is you can go help Buzz Lightyear save the galaxy. Wouldn't that be awesome? Something like that.
Now, sometimes in these roles,
Yeah, okay. So I'd probably ask them if they want to sit down and eat or if they wanted to take something with them, if they wanted to be indoors or outdoors, or perhaps like what their taste is and if they have any allergies to anything, of course.
Now, you have an interest here in photographers, photographers, so tell me about your interest in this role.
Yeah, okay. So I've always kind of wanted to do photography a little bit more. I end up seeing a lot of really cool pictures of different costumes, and when I was in high school, one of my friend's moms was really into photography as a hobby and actually took my senior photos. And I remember at one point we were kind of messing around with the flash reflecting things. I don't remember what they're called right now. Um, but yeah, so doing that sort of thing, I would love to be able to, really help guests capture their Disneyland experience. To be cheesy.
Now, sometimes, guests aren't receptive to our service. Maybe they don't want to stop and take their picture. They're going to focus on, wherever they're heading off to. How about you try and kind of change their mind? Kind of have them slow down, take a picture.
Um, I let them know, hey, this would look really awesome as a souvenir on your way out, or oh, don't you guys want to capture how much fun you're having? Something like that.
Okay. Now, of course, the camera equipment can be quite heavy, maybe 10 to 15 pounds that you are responsible for, handling that all day long. So, Disneyland does do like team warm-ups, before the children pass team, where you're doing show shape and show muscles here, so you need to stay long, don't get injured. You okay with, participating in those different types of exercises?
Yeah, actually, I do yoga on my own a lot, so yeah.
Tell me what you feel you're the most qualified to do for Disneyland for the photography position.
Yeah, so I feel like I would be most qualified either for the entertainment costuming or the attractions. In entertainment costuming because, of the theater and costume experience that I spoke to you about earlier. And then the attractions one because, due to my military experience, I am used to doing repetitive tasks in an upbeat manner. I have my little ways of making sure I stay interested, and I would be able to say my lines in an effective manner because of my acting experience. So.
And you do feel that you are able to perform the essential functions of each of the roles that you did express interest in, with or without need for physical accommodation.
Yeah.
Great. Let me kind of share what's going to happen next, and then I'll answer your questions about your work expectations for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, we will definitely stay in communication with you throughout our tour as well as all the programs that we offer. Now, I can tell you that the majority of our hybrid positions do take place, pretty quickly within the next few weeks. So it would be checking your schedule, periodically for any integrated communication. If you're accepted into our program, we're going to make sure that you know which preliminary criteria we will give you contact information, give you contact information so you can get a hold of us during that whole process of the onboarding process. Secondly, we want to make sure you understand that upon checking your actual employment status with me, that we will include email addresses that will be quite standard and common practice, okay? Um, but at this point, what kind of questions do you have today?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious how you got started with this.
Sure. So, I actually started off as a performer for Disney. Many, many years ago, I've been with Disneyland for 19 years. Disney Hospital, so that's true. I literally came here the week after college graduation. I've been here ever since.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome. um, yeah, no, that does sound really cool. And the other question I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite thing about the position you have right now?
My favorite thing about my position?
Yeah.
Oh, I love recruiting. So I've been a recruiter now for almost 5 years, and just being able to place people in appropriate areas, really talking with them and learning about their interests and why they want to work with the company. I enjoy that interaction.
Awesome. Okay, that's all the questions I had for you. Thank you.
Sure. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking your time out and speaking with me, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. Well, that went well, I think. I don't know. All right. I'll leave it at that. I will definitely give you guys an update whether I get accepted or not. What she told me at the very end of it was, to make sure that I check my dashboard on the career thing just because emails don't always come through. So I'll definitely be doing that, and that they should be hearing back in the next few weeks. I had a interviewer named Michelle, which is funny because that's my middle name. All right, well, this is Acacia signing off. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully in happy tears. Bye.